Hello, I'm still trying to, now I got a big shadow right here. I guess I'm gonna plug the other one in, hang on. I didn't think I was gonna need them, but I had shadows anyway. So I'll fix it. There we go. Hopefully that fixed the shadow problem. So, hi everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm not going to be on long today. Hi, Katrine. How are you? And I missed your live, and I'm sorry. It's kind of impromptu because I wasn't going to go live today, but I'm going out. We're leaving to go out of town tomorrow. So I thought we'll do a little bit of embellishments in the journal and get that going. And while I'm gone, I'm going to take stuff to Fussy Cut so that while I'm at a hotel on the way up and on the way back with nothing else to do, I can Fussy Cut, which I do find relaxing. So I will be up and down a couple of times. I'm making rice Chex mix for us to take on our trip as a on the road snack for on the way up and on the way back. And I have to stir it every like 15 to 20 minutes. So I will be up and down during that part. So how's everybody's day going so far? Katrina, I'm gonna watch your video later. I just missed it. My sleep schedule is off since we had our company, and it's still not on track. And I started taking melatonin to help me sleep. Oh, cool. And so the melatonin is messing with me because it is helping me sleep. And I'm hoping, trying to get the drawer out of my way because it's got my lace covered up. In case I need the lace. There we go. But the melatonin, it's working, but it's messing with me. So until I get used to that. But I guess it's better than being up all night. Now I'm just trying to make sure we're in shot. Coffee filter. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to install our cover pages. And I have printed these out for the front and the back cover. And I treated them earlier with matte spray so they won't run when I put glue on them because these are going to get wet glued in. So we're going to start with this cover. I just have to figure, that is not going to work. My paper's too short. Okay. Next options for covers. Hang on. I have paper. I just have to find my paper. Where is my stuff? It's going to be a minute, people. I'm sorry. I thought that would work. And it should have, well, no, because when you turn the paper sideways, it's only 8.5. I wonder, though, I could put ribbon up here. And, well, I don't have wide ribbon. Because I really want to use these papers. Well, I'm thinking we're gonna work with it. How wide of a ribbon do I have? Get one that's got ribbon coming off the spool. I could put ribbon. Let's see if I slide my paper up. If I put ribbon there. Well, I got it. I don't want to Frankenpage it, but I think we can do this. I really need that to go down to the bottom, though. Let's see. I really do need that to come down to the bottom. I was going to put this there, but I think I'm going to move it somewhere else in here. I wanted it in the cover, but I don't want to cover my design. So I think I'm going to see what we can do here. If it doesn't look right, I'm not doing it. But I think we can maybe make it work. Let's see. line my fold up with my little thing. So now that's the right size. And if I slide it down, and if I put this, see the lines are going the wrong way. I don't want to do that. Problems. I do have coffee paper that I could put behind it and then put this on top. That might be the better way to do this. Let me cut the coffee paper down to size. I think that's how we're going to go. So let me cut this. And I can do the same to the back cover because that way it will look like it was meant to be. And it goes like that. Make that the right size. And I'm just putting a crease in it so I can cut it. That crease is crooked. So, oh Lord, it doesn't want to cut on my... Why not? Because it's too wide. Because it's the right height now. Okay, I'm going to have to get scissors and... Oh, this is going to be bad. Okay, still a little bit long. And it's just barely too long. So I'm going to cut just barely any off. Let me line that up. There we go. Now I can put this in here. And y'all can't see what I'm doing. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to put the coffee filter paper or the coffee stain paper in first. Put it down, and then I'm going to put this paper so that'll go down, and I'm going to trim this back just a little bit more. And I'm going to then put this paper on top of that paper. Like this. And it's cut crooked. Something's cut crooked. My book's crooked. The paper's crooked. My paper's probably crooked. Let me try that again. Line up. Okay, so I'm going to turn that around so that the part that I creased is facing down. And when I do that, it's not working. Turn it like this. Okay, put that in there like that. Then I'm going to put this over the top of it like this, and that will fix our issues. And I will. So what we're going to do, move the book aside for a moment. I'm going to glue these together first. Get out my little decoupage stuff. And then we will do the same thing to the back cover because I have another one of those papers, and if it's not right here, so I can do that again. And I have paper towels right over here. And I'm able to wet glue today because I sealed my pages and I don't have to worry about my ink running. Well, the journal's already got side pockets all through it, so I didn't want to make another one right there. That is a good idea, though. But I really don't want to make another one there because it's got the first, every signature, its cover is a side pocket. So this is just the cover for the journal, the inside cover. And I don't have any glue right there. Okay. Turn this correctly. Put my brush in the water. And I need to pull it up a little bit. So it's not glued down yet. Move it up just a hair. And make sure I get it. See, I had it good and centered the first time, but it wasn't up high enough. So let's try this again. Got it up where I want it. Okay. Take my brush. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue out, just so I can get the corners to lay down pretty good. Corners and edges. Because this is the cover, it's going to get the most wear, so I want to make sure that this is sealed down good. And of course, there goes my timer. It will not hurt that to sit for just a second while we finish this one. And I'm pressing on this pretty hard on that top edge. And I'm going to be doing the same thing on this bottom edge. Okay, set that aside to dry. Well, that's not right there. It's just not, I'm going to put glue directly on there. Spread it. It's just not wanting to stick right there. There we go. Okay, let that dry. I'm going to go stir up my Chex Mix stuff and wet a paper towel to get the glue up with, and I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm back. Hi, Joe. Oh, thank you, Joe. That would be great. The alphabet, yes. I don't have any alphabet anything, I don't think. So that would be great. Thank you. Because I looked and our Dollar Tree does not have those. We have nothing. And hi, everybody else who came in. Okay, so we got that one. Now we got to get our book back. Because now we got to measure for the back. And we're going to use this paper. And actually, it's better to lay it against the cover. And I can crease it with my finger. Oh, that I tore it. That'll be okay. I'll just cut through there in a minute. And crease it with my finger. Line this up. Kind of fold up. I tore that and that's not good, but it's fine. We're going to deal with it. Okay, fold that right there so I have a mark. And we will cut this down. I'm not worried about the rough edge. It's going to be to the inside. This I can cut on the cutter. Get all my paper out of the way. Line it up. You can line up the uncut edge. How about that? Yeah, now we can cut straight. Okay. So this is going to go in here like this. A little bit wide, so I'm going to trim a little bit more, just a hair off on this rough edge side. And I am going to put lace down the side on this cover. Okay, put this in here. Check the fit. Still a little bit wide. Okay, well, I can work with that. See, the other one wouldn't fit in here, and this one does. I don't understand that. It's only a tad bit wide. So, there we go. Check it again for fit. And that looks good. That actually looks really good. Okay, now where's my other rose paper? That I know where to, it's pretty much cut it right at almost right up against the flowers just from looking at the other one. So that's what I'm going to do. Put it in here. Let's look at the other one. I'm going to put it right there and see what that does. And then we're going to center it. That's good. I like it. I like it. I like it. So now, close our book back up. Get it out of our way. Move our embellishments. And we are going to now glue this one down. And what I'm using is homemade Mod Podge. It's just Elmer's glue and water. I make mine a little bit thinner because I like it thinner than thicker. It's easier to spread. It still works. It still dries everything really good. And I wet a paper towel and left it on the counter to wipe my glue up. I'll get that in just a second before my glue dries. So here we go. Trying to make sure I get it good and coated on the edges this time because that was a problem last time with that first page. Didn't want to stick. Okay. I'm going to burnish it really good with my hand and let that set aside to dry for a moment. So now I have a dilemma. And here's where my dilemma is, y'all. I made this to go inside my front cover. It's not going to be able to go there with the way this is working. So I'm going to use it. I just have to find a place to put it in our journal. So let's see, because we've got our covers being made. I may put it right here in the front of this signature on this. Actually, I think I'm going to put it on this page because this is a good journaling spot that I don't want to take up. And I really like this. And it's going to have all the little tucks down in there. So what do y'all think? On the left or on the right? So on the gold page or on the flowery page? In case this isn't showing up right. Hi, Mama Boo. How are you? Thank you for coming. Hi, Marina. Oh, that's fine, Marina. I do that a lot. So do y'all think on the left or the right? The left being this flowery page, the right being the gold one with the swirly. That's what I'm thinking, Mama Boo. So I think that's where we're going to put it. I'm going to move the book off to the side again while I apply glue. This time, this is very thick. It is 5 envelopes. 5 envelopes. So I'm going to use the Weld Bond. This stuff is great. Once it's thicker than tacky glue. There's nothing wrong with tacky glue. But this, it doesn't move. Once you get it down, it's not going to, you can't slide it. So you need to make sure you get it where you want it. Because I tried to slide one the other day and it does not move. And I use it primarily when I'm making polymer clay tile pieces to put the clay tile, to adhere my tiles to whatever I'm putting them on, whether it be an altered tin, which I have several. Anna was eating Altoids like they were crazy while like they were candy while she was here. How anybody can eat cinnamon Altoids one behind the other, Lord. But she was. And so I have some mini Altoid tins. I have, which I want to put dragon eyes on. And I have one of the regular size ones, I think. And I may need to add a little bit of water to my brush because this is really thick and not wanting to move at all. And so I will be altering Altoid tins, but it won't be before. This is my last live video until we hit the road. We're leaving Wednesday morning sometime. We should probably be in Chattanooga right around lunchtime. Add a little bit more Weld Bond right there. And so we're going to stop at one of the scenic overlooks and I'll be filming that live because that's just cool. But I won't be doing any like crafting videos from the road or anything. My mother-in-law has pretty much our whole visit planned out. So yeah. So we can go on and put this in over here. And I'm going to be putting ribbon around the envelope, the pocket envelope. That looks good. So we're just going to stick it down real good. Make sure I have, this is an awkward angle, under my corners. Good. And Tanya Smith, in a Happy Meal that she sent me die cuts that were all different sizes of the same thing. I'm going to find one that goes with our journal. And that's what's going to go in these pockets. And we do have a little side pocket here. We have them here too, but those are very small. So I'm not worried about those. But we can tuck something in there. Definitely. I have stuff. Okay, so there's that. That can be, and it's not going anywhere. It's not going to move. So I am going to, trying to decide whether I want to Weld Bond the cover or not. think I'm going to. I'm going to need to raise my camera just a minute. Oh, if it won't stay. Hang on, y'all. Let me tighten it up. Because my book is thick. Oh, it's not going to stay raised. Is there something I can prop under it maybe for just a temporary moment? There we go. Just to hold it up out of my way. It's not tight and I'm not going to keep making the camera wiggle. Hi, Joey. So we are going to weld bond this inside cover very liberally. Let me wet my brush down a little bit because this glue is really thick, which I like it. It needs to be thick. Ooh, a gloppy. Get that off of there. It needs to be thick for purposes. There we go. That should do it. Nice thick. And it won't move, so I'm going to put some water just to help the glue move. It's a very thick, thick glue. There's a globby. Okay, and I'm going to get right here on this binding part really good. And while I'm right here, I am going to glue down the edge of this page that wants to curl because I may not get another chance once this is all put together. Okay. So this was our front cover. I did keep them off to different sides. Slide it all the way up against that. And now I'm going to smoosh it. My technical term, smoosh. I'm trying to make sure I stay on camera for y'all to see what I'm doing. And if I need to trim the edges off, I will after this is all dry. And there we go. Front cover in. Now to do the back cover. Same technique. Spread the glue. I don't think I'm going to dry my brush very much because I want it to be a little wet to help move the glue around. Okay, get the brush. Just dab it. Get it all up under here. Oh, my timer's going to have to wait till I get this because my glue will dry. This glue. And you can see where I marked it crooked when I cut it, and I did not follow my line because I realized the line was crooked. But we're fixing to cover that up, so it doesn't matter. But at least I didn't follow the line. I realized my line was crooked before I cut that because that would have been bad. My whole book would have been, I would have needed a new cover if I had followed that. Okay, come back down through here. Get the edge really good. Back in the water. Slide my paper all the way in under the signature, because that's the way I cut it, was to fit in there really snug. Uh-oh. Gotta pull that back just a minute. Yep. I slid it too far in. So let's line it up with the edge and then slide it in. And again, if it's overhanging at the top or bottom, I will trim that off. And there we go. Now that page is in. Okay. So now that's in. I'm going to let those sit and dry, and I got to go get my Chex Mix out for a minute. This should be the last time it has to go back in. So when the timer goes off again, all we have to do is I just have to pull it out. Okay, so now what I want to do is find where I put my embellishment bag. I had it the other day, packed everything up in it. Should be right here close to my table. Because I want some those aren't them. Okay, y'all. I'm just going to pull some stuff out here to see what is what. What is what is what? Not tags. Don't think any of her tags are in there. I had some out. We also had these envelopes that we embellished the other day that we were going to put in today. I'm just looking for my tags that I had out. And I'm not seeing those particular tags. Okay, which is fine. I have other stuff that will work in here out already. So, but I know I had some of her tags out. I thought maybe I didn't. Okay, we're good. So it just is going to depend. Let me find a set of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a set of those, and those will work in those little spots. So let's move these envelopes. So all I was going to do here, I'm going to leave these how they are and just slide them down into the pockets. Like that. That should slide. There we go. It does slide farther down. And so now you have little journaling spots on the back of each of those to journal on, as well as this whole page, and the envelope is decorated. And then here, I was going to put like one of these ladies right here in the middle on that page. And I'm not watching chat right now, and I'm going to lower the camera back down as well. Okay, so we're going to just put her. Glue her down with some Mod Podge. Put her there. I'll leave that side the way it is. For now, that could change. I think I'm going to put one of my envelopes on the back of the matte paper. And I'm going to just apply a little bit of the Mod Podge on the sides of this. Fold it up. I should have done this the other day offline. I've been so busy getting ready for this trip. And that's not being, so we're going with Weld Bond. And so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting a thin, oops, I'll wipe that off. Thin little bead of the Weld Bond. And I'm going to wipe that little errant spot off because we don't want it on there. Glue that down. And I'm going to put that right there. And then it'll have this pocket and this tuck. Oh, once it dries. Let me leave it alone while it dries. I'm going to just do this. Let me glue all of these together. Like I said, I should have already had this done. I'm sorry, y'all. And then they can be drying and we can go on and do maybe some other embellishment things. But we did get these all decorated the other day. And I was going to cut out more embellishment. I think I have plenty of stuff cut out. As far as tags and that kind of thing. It's just making the tuck spots out of stuff. But I think I have enough stuff to make tuck spots as well. Because when I cut my cover down, I had a piece left over. And that can either be made into tags. I was actually thinking about making it into tags because it would make two really nice tags. Or putting it on a page and making a tuck out of it. So I'm doing all of these the same. I am just doing the thin strand of Weld Bond. And I don't need the coffee filter yet. So just some thin bead of Weld Bond and squishing it to make the little tuck spot pocket. And I got glue all over my fingers. So we'll let those dry. And we can continue on. We got all kind of stuff. So we know what's going to go here is going to be an envelope once it dries. We have this envelope that needs something on it. And I don't want to put ladies on everything. But today I cut out these little things, which are supposed to be journaling cards. I just think they're cute. Well, she's a lady. Well, she's on a, well, she could be a journaling card. So I have those. I also have my little round butterfly things I cut out. These ladies are, oh, kind of big. Well, that fits perfect. So I have these ladies, which kind of mimic, they do mimic the ones on the cover of each journal. So let's go back to the front of this journal. This signature has, I don't have her. Well, we can put this one. And we can put her, I can trim her more and put her on that envelope. And then there's a pocket on the back side. I think that would be pretty. So we need the trimmer again. Where'd I put it? Okay. Oops. And I'm going to just trim off. I'm going to start a quarter inch on here. And these were printed on cardstock, so I'm going to go all the way around just to make sure I get straight cuts. Well, maybe not. That may be enough. No, I'm going to keep going. What did I just cut? That part. And then once I do this one, I'm going to stop and look at chat for a moment and get a drink of coffee. Okay. So that looks much better. And we will put her right here. And then when you flip it over, we're going to put something in this spot. I have some wider tags somewhere. Actually, these journaling spots might work. What else do I have in my little packet up here? What's back here? Ladies and stuff. Small stuff got stuck back here somewhere. Where's the rest of the small stuff? I have other ladies. I have tags, other journaling spots. These, what are these? Are those are ladies. Let me pass the ladies. We have those journaling spots as well. And those would fit. That would be really nice down inside our pocket. I like that. And then we put the lady on the front. So let me pull that back out so I don't get glue on it. Because that's what would happen with me. Okay, so let me move some stuff around on my table. Because now I'm kind of cluttering up my area. I know we want to do these on those. Okay, so we're going to do this one. And I'm just going to use the weld bond because it's just easier. And it sticks and doesn't move. Grab my brush again. I moved my paper towel. And all I'm doing, I'm off camera, I realized. And I'm just moving the glue around. That's it. That's all I was doing off camera. I was just doing it where I could see it. I may need to pull everything forward. That might be what I need to do. And I will do that once I can. So I'll tell y'all to close your eyes when I get ready to move it all forward. That way it's closer to me. And y'all can still see it all. Okay. Let me pull that water bottle. Okay, so there she is. And let's get out the journaling card. We'll put this in the envelope. We may come back later and embellish the back of that because I don't like the white sticking up. So that's something we're not going to worry about doing that today. Over here, we can leave that side. We'll put something here. What did we put on the other one? We put a lady. Well, I have all kind of ladies cut out. I need something bigger than that. Where's the bigger ladies? I have bigger. Oh, they're in my envelope. I don't know about using these. They look like little girls, so we're not going to. That would be pretty. I think we're going to use these ones. You pull all of them out. Put these two back for now. And I have everything in little baggies, so it's all easy to get to. And I need to pick out one. I like her. And I'm going to trim her down just a little bit. So back, where'd the trimmer go? And I keep saying I'm going to look at chat. Let me get her trimmed down. Then we're going to watch chat because my stuff is about to ding on me again. I'm going to cut her from the bottom side, not the top. Okay, we're not going to glue her yet. She is going to go right here. And that leaves us a nice little spot for journaling on the other side of the paper. Okay, so let me pull everything. Let me move this that was propping the camera up. Hang on, guys. I'm pulling forward. I'm moving. We're moving. We're moving. So that you're closer to me. Okay, let me get my stuff out of the oven, turn the oven off, and I'll be right back. Because it should be done. Smells good anyway. Okay, so cut the oven off. There we go. Chex Mix stuff made. Okay. So let me pull up chat and see what's going on. I see we have more people. Thank you for coming. The old map page. Where did it go? This one. It's really, Joey, it's not an old map. I coffee dyed my map paper. Okay, so Joe is gone. Let me come. I'm scrolling up to where I was before. Hi, Laurel. Thank you for coming. Hi, Sue. Thank you for coming. Now I'm going back so I can read chat in order. So, Joy, you think this all looks very vintage? Thank you so much. This is my first journal, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I really don't. I'm just playing. Okay, and Foxy's going to bark for a minute. Oh, Purdy is fine, Joey. Thank you, Laurel, about the papers. I coffee dyed all of this. Now, wait, I can't say all of it. This paper here, I printed and attached to coffee dyed paper. This was a printout. All of these are available. I got them all offline. Free backgrounds. Unless I got them from a group I belong to on Facebook, I have them posted in my Foxy's Jewelry Creations Facebook page. Under journal pages, I have created an album. I'll put a link to that below when the video loads up. And that way y'all don't have to go hunting. They're there. Y'all can just print them off. And now I'm back to where we want to see the old map page. So let me go back. So this map page, Joey, and this that I put here, this is just the page printed off the internet. This was a completely brand new map that I coffee dyed. I cut it to the size that I wanted it to be, and then I coffee dyed my map. So it's not really vintage. It's like I said, it's a completely brand new Alabama map that I coffee dyed. Well, no, this is actually a Georgia map because that's Macon County. No, it's Alabama because there's Montgomery. I apologize. Hi, Grinning Ferret. So I coffee dyed all this myself. And since I did this, I have learned that my printer will print on coffee dyed paper. In the future, I won't be making printouts and then gluing them to my pages. I will be coffee dyeing paper. So my next journal is going to be different. I'm going to coffee dye my paper, run it through my printer, and print my images straight on it, including the ledger paper. I didn't think about printing on the paper, to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. I have blonde moments at times. That was one. It's like a duh now that I think about it. Well, duh, just print on the coffee dyed paper. I didn't think about it. So that's the map page that we're going to put the envelope on. We got her glued down. We got a tuck spot. We're back over here where this was going to go. Okay. So what do y'all think of the journal so far? I am going to decorate. I'm not worried about these wide edges because I'm going to put lace and ribbon and stuff around my pages. So I figured if I, excuse me, if I did a page and I didn't do that, I could come back later and trim it. I'm also thinking about, because I am a beater, and y'all can tell me what you think of this idea in just a moment. Right here where my signatures tie in the middle, I'm a beater. So I was thinking of attaching I have very small beads, some. Well, I have some 11 O's and some 15 O's. And if you don't bead, that's not going to really mean that much. An 11 O, this string will not go through an 11 O bead. It's too thick to go through an 11 O. So if that's any idea. So I was thinking about attaching a strand of beads in the colors that are in our book from here that goes down, and then have like a little charm dangling from the middle of each signature. Oh, great, Laurel. So what do you think of that idea? I've not ever seen that in a journal where they attach, and I would do it above the knot so it wouldn't move, because the knot's going to hold it here. I mean, it's not going to be able to go past the knot. It could move up, depending, but it would be long enough to come down here. It's not going to really affect the book. An 11 O is not that big of a bead, and I do have 15 O's if I wanted to go that tiny. But just a small, one single strand of beads with like a charm on the end. What do y'all think? Ledger paper. My husband had that ledger paper, and he wasn't using it, so I hijacked it just like I hijacked his old pants for the cover. Thank you, Laurel. So, Katrine accidentally acquires things when she's shopping. They just accidentally come into her buggy and stuff like that. I just hijack stuff from my husband. Thank you. So that's what I'm thinking about for the middle. So now let's go back to where we were. With our embellishments. We got that one. Here we're going to put her. So I'm going to just put some glue on the back. Plus, this is going to stiffen up this little piece of receipt paper because it's really thin. And this is cardstock. Oh my, this glue. And I probably shouldn't be doing this on top of the next page. Let me hold it in my hand. That might be a better idea. I don't want to get glue on that other page. That glue is so thick. I may have to go to tacky glue. And I have a bottle of tacky glue here for this kind of thing, because that weld bond is really thick. And we're just going to put her down. And this is a coffee dyed paper that once it came out of the oven, I sprayed with my homemade spray inks. Now, the interesting thing is my spray inks are not made from magic markers. They are made from, well, it might as well be a marker. I had highlighters left over. No. The pink one is a highlighter. It's a pink highlighter pen or highlighter marker. The blue is a dry erase ink marker that I had left over from where I worked. We had dry erase boards, and I had that blue marker in it, dry erase marker, and it still had plenty of ink in it, but I have no dry erase boards. So I made that. But thank you, Joey. Hi, River, which is Deborah. If I'm right, that's River City. Yes, that's Deborah. Hi, Deborah. So we're going to leave her there. For now, I'm going to leave those 2 pages. We have another envelope. We need another lady or something. Hang on. I have other ladies. What can we put here? Let's see what my cutouts are I got over here. Because I got some all kind of cutouts besides the ladies. Because I did some fussy cutting. I want to put some birds in here. So we do have birds cut out. What do y'all think about about adding birds to our journal? I'm calling it our journal because I keep asking y'all for help. We have these little circle ladies. Butterfly. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit the camera. Move y'all back up. I'm just trying to find all my things that we could put on the front of envelopes. There's those. That's a circle with a bird on it. That could go. Oh, crud. I'm dropping my stuff. I'm going to show you all the different options that we have available in just a moment. When I get through going through my little stack of goodies over here. And this is only 1 bag of goodies. Oh, there's more butterfly circles. That's over there. That's all ladies that's left there. There's those. Oh, that's another one of those rose ones. I have these littler journaling cards. I have a lot of stuff already cut out. I didn't realize I had cut out this much stuff. I may not need to be fussy cutting while I'm on my trip. Because I have a whole nother packet of stuff over here. That's just tags. So we're going to leave that one alone. Okay, so what we have that'll go on the front of our... First of all, let me look. I added alcohol because those are markers, so they're alcohol based. So I just use rubbing alcohol. Oh, Joey, bye. So Marina, I used alcohol in mine. Okay, so here we have these, which I would rather, there's another one of those little roses. I'd rather use these as a tuck spot, to be honest, or to tuck in and make journaling on the back. But we could put 1 or 2, you know, they have music paper. I have my birds. I have some oval ladies. I have these as well. There's different ones of these. I have these circle butterflies is what I'm calling those. I have more of these ovals somewhere. Well, I have these 3 of the big ovals. So I'm thinking about putting a bird because I want birds. I have a bird stamp that I have out that I am going to be stamping throughout the journal with the bird stamp. So I kind of want to put some birds. What else do I have? What are you? That's journaling spots. I have stuff that's mixed together. These are ladies. Those with ladies. And then I have a lot of tags cut out as well. Lordy be. Oh, and then, my, all the stuff. At some point when we come back through, because right now we're just decorating the envelopes and map pages, I have doilies that were sent to me by Tanya Smith, because I don't have a die cutter, that I can also use on pages. There's a tag. And we got some butterflies and some other things. So I can use these on pages, and that's why I had them pulled out from the things that she sent, because they match what I'm using. It's a little bee flower. So I may go through my book a couple of times decorating it, because right now I'm just doing the envelopes and the little map pages and that kind of thing. And I have tags. Let's see. Separating these out into types of tags. Okay, those are all the same tag. Yes, and that's the same tag. Those are larger tags, so put those all together. Those are skinnier. Okay, so I think we're going to go with the bird for now on here. Then we're going to put something in the tuck spot. So I'm just going to pick out one of my birds. I like that bird. And this is thin. It's not cardstock, so this is going to get Mod Podged. Hi, whoever else came in. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. YouTube likes it when we do the thumbs up thing. Okay, so there is that bird. And he needs something in his pocket. I think we're going to put... This is coffee dyed on the back. So on the front side, that's what's going to be on this side. It's got trees on it. I really like that. And then on the back, and we may come back, like I said, and decorate those because I don't really like that. I will find something to put there that's thin. And I have some things I can fussy cut out for that. So let's see what we're going to go to. Next, we get to another map page, which we're going to... Let's go back. Our envelope should ready, so I don't lose what I'm thinking. We got her. We were going to put an envelope. One of these envelopes right here. But were we going to put it on the back? I think we were going to put it on the back. And then we're going to put something in this spot. So, I'm going to use tacky glue. Oops, I lost birds. I'm losing my birds. Like I haven't done the ribbon yet. I'm going to come back and do ribbon last, I think. Probably I'm not doing this in the right order. I don't know if there is an order. But, and like I said, I'm probably going to go through this journal more than one time embellishing. And I didn't realize I had this much stuff to cut out to embellish with. I have quite a bit. And what I don't use in this journal, I can use in another journal because I have more plans. I have a book that I got from my mom's. No one was reading it. She gave me permission to destroy it. Did I destroy it? No. It is Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. The cover is in great condition. The pictures on the inside are in great condition. So I'm going to do an altered book journal. I've never done one of those either. I am going to do an altered book journal next with the Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm book. I think I'm going to keep the cover intact on it because the cover's in great shape, and just put a sealant coat of varnish over it, because like I said, the cover's in great shape. There's not anything wrong with that cover or that binding. It is an older book. I've already gone through and torn out the pages other than the pictures. So we're going to, when we start that journal, we're going to start it with the gluing together of the pages. I can go through and, explain. I did watch a video from somebody else on how to tear out the pages. Well, how many pages to tear out, how many to skip. However, that didn't really apply. I had to modify, because my book had pictures that weren't 8 pages. And so she was like, tear out 8, keep 6, tear out, whatever. I couldn't do that, because sometimes there was a picture from the book that I wanted to keep intact. So I modified what she was saying. Okay, so for this pocket, I think this is on the map paper. So that's the back, and that's like the ledger off of the map. And I put the tag on the front, and I'm going to put that down in this pocket. And it does need a hole, and it does need ribbon. But we're going to, for right now, that's what we're going to do with that. We've got that one done. We got that side done. We put this bird on and gave it a tag. And now we were to here, which I don't want to cover up all the map paper. What we may do here is put one of these little emblems, because I have these, and just put that somewhere here as a tuck spot. So I won't, oh, that's not, I need one on card. We'll do a butterfly. They're on cardstock. Glue it down and leave it open and put a tuck, and that way the map page shows. So for this, we need to use the weld bond. And since I think that's good, so I'm just trying to see where I want to glue it. Where do I want to put my little edge of glue? That looks good to me. And we're going to glue it down. Get the glue off my fingers. And now we have a tuck spot, which we can put a tag in. Now let's see, what tag do we want to put in there? Or journaling paper. That's what we'll do. We'll put a journaling page in there. Journaling pages, we got some of those over here. That's going to cover up the whole thing. I want one of the smaller ones. I have smaller, aha, right here they are. Journaling pages cut out. Yeah, we'll put this one with the pretty roses on it right there. And so we got that in our little journaling spot. It's not covering up all the matte paper. And then over here we have a book page, which I still don't want to cover up the whole book page. I'm going to put this little teapot right here. It's a teacup. I found this paper. I liked it. The teacups. So it's thin. It's going to get Mod Podged with the technical finger tool. Now I can always come back later and add some other flowers. I can add some pearls or something, further embellishment. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it. And then we have another book page. So, let's see what else do I have fussy cut out over here. This time we could put one of these on here and make a tuck, or just glue it all the way down. Doesn't have to be a tuck because it's thin. It's not cardstock, so I'm going to just glue it. And I'm going to use my technical finger tool again to spread the glue. The homemade Mod Podge. We're just going to put him here. Oops. And we may come back to those later. Book paper. Okay. I think we're going to put a lady on this book paper. Or I want a tuck spot, I think. Okay. Hang on. I forgot I had this stuff over here. This is napkins that I glued to cardstock and to coffee dyed paper that I'm going to cut out to do different things with. So, what do I got? And I haven't cut them because I just glued them down. And I glued them with glue stick and they stick very well. So, I think I'll come over here to this and make a band that goes, that's what we'll do. We'll make a band out of this piece. Or some of it. We'll cut it pretty much in half. And we'll put like a belly band, but it won't be a true belly band. If that's, it will be a tuck spot. A tuck spot. That's not even a straight cut. So I think we can put this here and just glue down the edges and put a tuck in it. Well, maybe a little tiny bit across the bottom. Just a tiny bit. And I'm just going to put that right there. Tap it, tap it. Oh, I ripped my napkin. Let me fix that if I can. Just going to straighten it back out. I'm not going to really worry about it too much. Just going to dab some glue on it to keep it from further happening. Okay. Now we got to figure out what we're going to put in that pocket out of all this stuff that I have. I think I'm going to use one of these, and it does have a hole in it. Well, not poked yet all the way through. It needs ribbon. It has old matte paper on the back. And it should fit right down in there. I don't want to glue it. That's kind of too big. It's too tall. I need a shorter tag, or I will cut one down. This one hasn't been glued yet, or poked. We will cut it down a little bit. There we go. And it still has the old matte paper. This one has fish on it on the back. And we'll put it in that pocket. I will come back and poke holes later. A book page. I think I want to leave that book page alone, or maybe just put, I have these ladies that I colored. They come black and white, and I colored them. Put one of these on there, but let me check chat. Go back to where we were. The highlighters work, the eraser board markers work, and regular markers work. I mean, everybody makes theirs out of the regular markers. I used what I had on hand. So I had highlighters, and my highlighters were pretty pastel colors. The tag size, oh, Let me measure because I don't know because I copied them off the internet and I have them in different sizes. So this one, and I don't see my ruler handy. So wait a minute. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This tag here measures right at 5 inches long by 2.5 inches wide, a little more. So this one is 5 by 2.5. These bigger ones are right at the 5 inches again, and they are 3 inches wide. These tags here are 4 3/4 inches by just under 2.5. And that's all of my, well, that's those. These little, what I'm calling journaling spots, are 2 1/4 wide by 3 1/4 long. So they're just under ATC size because ATCs are 2.5 by 3.5. So this is just under ATC size. But that's the only tags that I have. Well, the rose ones, that was a set. So I just printed them how they were. But all the rest of the tags, that's the sizes that I have. Okay, and let me continue through chat. And I'm sorry about that. My hubster just came home, so hang on a minute. They're going to bark for just a second while he comes in. And now they'll be good because he's home and he's in the house and they're happy with that. Okay. Grin and Fair, what's your name, if you don't mind me asking, so I can put it down? And I'm going to glue her right here. You want to try our Chex Mix and let me know how it came out? Is Mother home? Yeah. I didn't know she came back yet. Okay. And that's what's been another thing I've been busy doing. We're going for a week, so I take care of my mother. So lining up other people to come visit Mom, you know, making sure she had enough groceries because I do most of the cooking. She can still cook. She's not like that, but it's just easier for me to cook for an extra than for her to cook for one. So been busy trying to get everything all lined up for us to go. More matte paper. I kind of like, oh, that's more than one, isn't it? Yep, it is. It's a couple. I kind of like this. I think I'm just going to glue it down and make, well, I guess we could make it a tuck spot like, and put a lady. We'll put a lady behind this one. We haven't had a lady in a minute. So glue down my edges. And again, I'm using the, oh, and I got that too thick on that side. Where'd the paper towel go? Wipe that back. And we'll pick a lady out to go in here. And I think we need another bird. But the birds... oh, I have more of those cut out over here. Well, cool. I'll have to put them all together then. Okay. So I need to find a lady to tuck in. I want one that's on cardstock, preferably, if I'm tucking it. We will tuck her in right here. And now we'll keep going. An envelope. That's a bigger lady. These go on. What are we putting those on? Hang on. I got lost. Okay, we put her on there. Okay, we got one in each. I got 4 of those cut out. We're going to do one in each signature. So for here, we can come back up here and pick. I like this one with the little puppy. And I'm going to trim some off of the bottom. I don't want to, I'm going to trim some off the top and the bottom on this one. Where'd the cutter go? And then we'll put something in our pocket. No, I don't want to cut that much off the top. Maybe off the bottom. Yeah, that's good off the bottom right there. Okay. And we will put her. Oh, she's still too big for the envelope. She's too long. All right, we're off the bottom. I wonder if I had them a different size and that's why that other one fit. Oh, my blade fell out. Snap that back in. Now does she fit the envelope? Yes, now she will fit perfectly. But I'm going to take a little bit more off because it's right on edge to edge. So, I'm thinking that the other one that we used was shorter or the envelope was different. Something was weird there. Little tiny strip. And there we go. She will fit now. And I think I'm going to make her into a tuck spot. So we'll have the envelope on the front side pocket. And we'll have this on the back side pocket as a pocket. I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit so it's not going down into that bend there. Okay, where'd my tissue paper go? Okay, so on this side, we will put one of the journaling cards. And on this side, slide that over just a little bit, we will put one of these tags with, what is that? It's coffee dyed something. Tissue paper? I don't know. It can't be coffee dyed tissue paper. But it's got air pockets in it, so hang on. And we will have to let this dry. I'm just going to try to wet it just a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what I glued this to. The cardstock got glued to something. And all that's doing is making it wrinkle, which is fine. It's just adding some texture that we can go over later with some rub and buff or something and bring out as part of our embellishing process. We're just not going to worry about doing it now. Let me get my brush. I'm just trying to get rid of these air pockets that are in there. And let me show you what I'm doing. I'm just brushing it. Trying to move the Mod Podge around that I put on there and brush out the, oh, my finger stuck. The air pockets that are under there. Because I don't like them. And I don't want to tear this paper. Okay, and that's going to dry for just a minute. And where I was hanging on to it, I made another air pocket. Once that dries, it'll be fine. We shouldn't have any more air pockets. So we're going to set that aside. And we'll come back and put it in this page in just a moment. And we are still in the first signature, y'all. These are huge. Well, they're only 10 pages, plus they have a bunch of little pages. Okay, so over here, I think we want to put maybe a bird down here. And then we could always put these little butterflies up. I like that. The bird down there and the little butterflies up here. I kind of like that. Or we could put the bird and put one of these ladies. Let me find a different colored lady. I think that one will work. And I only colored in one set of these ladies, and then I made copies of it so that I don't have to color them again. The other option, and maybe we'll go with this instead of the lady, I'm going to put the bird, oops, the bird left, is put these roses up here and put the bird down here. So what do y'all think, the roses or the lady in the top up here? Or we could put it over here on this page. So now that's an option. First, let's decide roses or lady, and then we'll decide where. And my bird's going to fly away again. The husband is moving about the kitchen, so you may hear him in the background. The rose, okay. Sue says hi, Nick.
Hi, Sue. I said hi, everyone.
You coffee dye tissue paper, Katrina? See, I would be afraid it would rip. But it's something that's coffee dyed that's thin, so I probably did coffee dye tissue paper. I just don't. No, it is coffee filter. That's a coffee filter. I had coffee. That's a coffee filter. It's a coffee dyed coffee filter is what it is. L'Oreal said hi too. Oh, wow. Oh, that's because he signed in. Thank you, Katrine, about my journal. You like the bird alone. Okay, so we can do, like I said, we can do the bird here. And then put the rose on top of this page and call these two pages decorated, basically, other than putting some lace or ribbon trim. So I think that's what I want to do. Bird here, rose up here, and then these be done. So we're going to use the very technical finger tool again, which everybody has one. We all have 10. Well, actually, we all have like 8 finger tools and 2 thumbs. And we're going to put the little birdie down here. Thank you, Mama Boo. I just think it's too much if I put them on one page, but I think if I do this, it completes this like layout. To me, it's balanced. I'm weird about balance. I like asymmetrical or symmetrical versus asymmetrical stuff. So okay, so we'll put this here. Pull it down because in case I want to put ribbon and slide it. Oh, it's not gonna. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna go get another wet napkin because this one, I got glue all over my fingers and this one's not getting it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we have those. And then I'm trying to dry my hands off. So now I'm just trying to see, what do I want to put on here? That's what I'm thinking, y'all. I got too many options. I think I'm going to go 80s. And I'm just going to glue her on here. I like the blue background with her. So, again, with the Mod Podge and the technical finger tool. Now, these images have not been sealed, so I'm trying to be very quick about applying the glue. Inkjet ink will run. And I'm trying to make sure I don't get anything on the front. And there she is. And we may come back with some of these that are just really simple. Later on, when we come back to embellish further, I have different things. We can add flowers and we can add pearls and different things. Right now, I'm just trying to get down the basics in this signature. So we have that. We have our last envelope. Well, no, we're not. Oh, this is the end of the signature. So we're almost there. And I think we're going to leave the back as a journaling spot. We'll leave that. Now we're to this envelope, which I think we're going to put one of these bigger tags in on this side. And on this side, I think I'm going to put this, which is not cut straight at all. Or I'm just going to go around the bottom off a little bit better. I think we're going to put this rose here, like that. And this is thicker paper, so we're back to tacky glue. If I can get it to shake down to the end. Actually, I'm going to use a combination of tacky glue, Mod Podge glue, and just kind of mix them up on the back. That'll thicken up my Mod Podge, thin out the tacky glue a little bit, but it should work. And I'm going to put it on here like this. Okay, let's go back to where we were going to put this tag. It's dry now. So, yeah, these lights are hot, so if it'll fit in there, we may have to get a different tag. Okay, I'll go with the thinner one then. We won't go with such a fat one. We'll put this one in here. There we go. Okay, so we can use that one somewhere else. That's not a problem. And now we got that done. We come over here. We got matte paper, which I'm thinking I just want to make a tuck spot on here. Okay, so what do I want to make the tuck spot out of? Feeling to see what I have as cards, what's backed with cardstock. Because I know I don't want a tuck spot that's not backed with cardstock. We can use one of these, but I don't want to use the frame one. What else do I got? The little ones. That one. We can put one of these down here, and then we will tuck one of the rose tags, like what we used here, because we haven't used them anywhere else. We'll tuck one of those in back here to tie it back in. Or well, yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to thin bead, make sure I get top, bottom, and sides, or bottom and sides and not the top. And my glue is stopped because it was sitting too close to the light and it got dried up. Okay, so we're just going to go on and just do this one today. And then when I come back from Maryland, which we won't be back till a week from Thursday or a week from Wednesday. Oh, it also helps if you open the glue. Helpful tip, y'all, open your glue. It comes out so much better when the glue is open versus not. I won't be going live right after I get back. It probably won't be till, I really don't think I'll be going live next Thursday because we will have just gotten back Wednesday. So I'm going to do a couple of lives while we're traveling, though, on the road and the scenery and stuff. But I'm thinking it'll probably be Thursday or Friday, probably Friday or next weekend before I go live again. And then we'll work on the journal some more. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to just tuck 2 of these in here, a smaller one and a bigger one, into that pocket right there. And then over here, these are like little postcard images. I think I'm going to put this one on here. And I'm going to go back to chat in just a moment. I'm going to try to get these last pages done, and then we can just sit and chat together for a minute or so. Nick, can you do me a favor? He can't hear me. He's got a headset on his head, so he can watch TV without us hearing TV, which is very nice. So I'll put our little postcard, our little miniature postcard image on here. This would be cool to put gems down this side, graduating gem sizes or something like that down that side, which I do have flat back gems we can do that with when we get to that part of the embellishments. And that really is it now. We have an envelope on the front. I think we might put, I don't know what to put here yet. I'm going to think about that one. I know that this is going to have lace or ribbon around that. And then we start, and I got to do something with this. I'm going to glue ribbon down through here and fix these little ruffly pages. I need room in my signatures for them to bulk. So there is a gap. I'm just going to put ribbon in there to cover that over. But I think that's going to be it for this signature. We're at the end of it. We have our birds back here. I have a bird stamp. So like I could do a bird stamp somewhere in this area, butterflies, because we're going to do some stamping as well on some of these blank pages. So I think that's where we're going to stop for today, is there. And call that signature at least started. We've got to start to that one. So these go with the circle butterflies. And then what we'll do when I come back and go live again, if I have time, once I get back in town, I can go on and go through and do this kind of thing to the other ones so that they're all done. Unless you all want to see me do another one. And if you do, we can go, we can do another, we can still do that. That's fine. I want to build this with you all, giving you input and that kind of thing. That's why I keep saying it's our journal. We're kind of doing it together. So I can either work on it on my own. I could work on one signature, leave two, or, you know, that kind of thing once I get back. So just let me know what y'all want to do. Okay, Lorel, thank you for coming. Oh, I know, Grin and Ferret. Those mixed media things. I'm going to start doing those. I made some pick-a-sticks and a little dice. My sticks are different colors. The dice has all the 6 colors on it. So I want to do pick-a-sticks, but I'm with you. It looks good. I've had one that looked really good. I was happy with it about the 5th step, and then bam. 6th step took it to the ugly phase, which everybody goes through an ugly phase, but it took me getting to number 10 to get it back out of ugly. I do end up happy with most of the ones that I make. Hi, Michelle. Yes, Sue, they always look better when you cut them up. Hi, Amber. How are you? So, Amber, what we did today in our journal that we're working on is we went through, I put the covers in. And if I need to go back and trim it, I will. It's going to get some lace and ribbon added. We added this 5, and I'm not sure I like these, so I may come back and redo some different tags on that because I'm not sure I like those in there. But for now, we have our 5 pocket tuck with our things. We put a lady on the back of this sales receipt paper. We put an envelope on the back of our matte paper. Each signature is going to have one of those. On this envelope, we put a lady. Each signature will have a lady. And we put a journaling card in the pocket. Here on the back of the receipt paper, we put a lady. We left these 2 pages to journal on, but we may come back and decorate them with other things. This envelope got a birdie, and it's got a tag on the back. And I need to glue this down while I am right here, because it has come up. There we go. This is matte paper, which we made a tuck spot and put a little tiny journaling card in. Music paper. This is book paper that we put a little teacup on. I need to find the rest of my teacups that I've got cut out so we can put them on other pages. This book paper, we just put this little medallion on. In the middle, I'm talking about making a bead dangle that's going to be just like 15 seed beads all the way down with a little charm dangling off. And that'll be in the middle of each signature. Uh-oh, what happened? Here, we made like a little band, and we put a tuck spot with a tag in it. My tags do not have holes yet. We're going to get to that later. This is just the first step. On this book page, we put this lady. Over here on this matte paper, I put this little postcard as a tuck spot, and we tucked her in. On this envelope, this has this journaling card for journaling on the back. A lady with a puppy. I love her puppy. And another little tag in the back of that one. And on here, we put the bird and the roses, medallion things. And here we got a lady on this envelope. And we do have a spot here we could put something. We will do that next time. We'll figure out what to put there. We put the roses on this side. It's got this tag that is backed with matte paper. And then we put, on this matte paper, we put this little to make a tuck spot and put 2 of those little tags in there for journaling on the back of. They don't have holes yet. This, we just put the little postcard on it. And that is the end of our first signature. I am going to put ribbon down through between my signatures. So that's what we did today. Thank you, Katrine. Thank you, Amber. So my question is, do y'all want to continue with the next signature, doing the same kind of thing, just adding the basic embellishments? Or would you want me to go through and do that to all of them and then come back and we can start doing the decorating with like ribbons and laces and other things? And my journal is going to be quite the chunky monkey. It's a big girl. Oh, I did not put my ribbons in. Phooey. I will figure that out. I do have some of this material left, so I may do that and put it in there and attach ribbon behind it. Where I cut and trimmed my book. And that needs to be cut off because that's get messed up. Thank you, Grin and Ferret. So... and I may not do a lot of embellishing to it. Additional, I do want to add some ribbons. I do need to add the ties to my tags and that kind of thing. On our envelopes where I wasn't thinking, let me find one. Like this one, we have this whole area back here. We could embellish with something. We could put a lady image. We could put one of the butterfly things. We could put a medallion on here, something. So that's something we can come back and revisit on the next time because we have all those. I think each signature has 2 envelopes that we have neglected to do that, to do anything to that little part. So definitely we can do that next time. See, this one, we still have this part. We could cut a page, you know, on the diagonal and cover this with it, or just put an image in there. So there's, you know, I just don't know how much. I know I want to put ribbon around pages. I know I want to put some laces around pages. I know I want to cover this up. I do not like how this looks at all. But I need that room because we're embellishing and we want to be able to open it and turn pages. So I just think I'm going to decorate it with ribbon and it'll be fine. Because we needed that spine room for this to be able to grow and be added to. And I do realize that I do have some pages on the side, like this one, that need to be trimmed down. And I will do that before we add any ribbon. I may do that before I come back. I realized that today when I was looking at it, I'm like, I got some pages that are winky. Okay, Amber. Yes, Amber, this is my very first journal that I've ever made. Ever. Other than the toilet paper journals, which, hang on, I got one on the table over here somewhere because I had it out. Here's a completed toilet paper journal. It is a toilet paper roll that is covered in painty paper that I made. I cut down paper, folded it in half, dances with pit bulls. Tells you how to tie your 2 thingies together, hair ties, which I bought at Dollar Tree. You wrap one this way to hold your pages in, and then the other one pulls around like that to hold the book closed. You drop it in your purse. You got a little notepad. And the great thing is when these pages are full, you just cut down more paper and add it. Here's where I was showing Sue how to make one the other day. I made a painty paper really fast. You fold your toilet paper tube in half. You cut one side. Put your painty paper that you measure it to put over it for your cover. We were going to cover the inside. And then we did have papers to go in it. And I did show, here's the papers we were going to put in our book. Or you could just paint the inside. Instead of making it with painty paper, just paint it. there's the pages, and there you go. And you just put your things back over. But that's the only other journal I've ever made besides this one. Oh, cool, Marina. That is a good idea. So, yep. I've watched a ton of videos, Amber, and then Katrine is the one that gave me the idea for my cover. I used a cereal box. I figured out the hidden spine on my own because I don't think anybody's ever done one the way I did. Well, I can't say anyone has never. I haven't seen it on a video doing the hidden spine the way that I did it. I don't say that I'm the inventor of it because, Lord, as many journals as has been made, I'm probably not the inventor of it. Thank you, Amber. And then I found the images online that I'm using, downloaded them, printed them out. Some of them I printed on cardstock. Some of them, before I had cardstock, got printed on paper and then mounted to cardstock. Some of them are not mounted on anything at all. They are just little pieces of printer paper. Like this one I colored. And then I can just, when I glue them down, I'm just going to glue them fast so that the color doesn't run. Well, with the ones that have the coloring on them, the ink doesn't run as much once you put color pencil on it. But this could also be a photocopy because I kept the original colored ones and I made copies, which means, and that is the ink's not shiny, and because that's gold glitter pen on the original, and that's not glittery. And then this time around, what I did that I will not do in the future because I have figured out something. I printed pages out and glued them to coffee dyed cardstock or coffee dyed papers. I had an aha moment because I'm a blonde. I have blonde roots, gray hair, blonde roots, same thing. I'm coloring it tomorrow though, y'all. So it won't be that way no more. Well, I'll still have blonde moments. Anyhow, I ran a sheet of my coffee dyed paper through my printer. I can print on the coffee dyed paper. So I now have half of a ream because the printer's at my mom's next door. I now have half a ream of printer paper over here that when I do my next journal like this, my next one, I'm going to do an altered book, my first ever of those. But when I do another one like this, yes, Amber. So when I do another one like this, I am going to coffee dye the paper, iron the paper, and then print straight to the paper so that I'm not doing veneering. I'm calling this my veneered journal because I have glued pages to pages. So I won't make another veneered paper journal. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but then I could. And the only reason I did that is because printer paper is white. And I didn't want all these white pages in my vintage looking journal. And most of the images I had coffee dyed backgrounds. So I was like, well, how am I going to do that? I'll just glue them to coffee dyed paper. That was my brilliant idea. So I had the images already printed out. Then I coffee dyed my paper. Now I'm going to do it in the reverse. Coffee dye, print on the coffee dyed paper. So that I have this still background, but with this image printed onto this paper. And I think that's going to be gorgeous. So we'll have to try it and see what happens. But my next journal I'm already working on. It's going to be a Rebecca Sunnybrook Farm altered book. I am not changing the cover. I am, because there's nothing wrong with the cover, and I'm saving the images that are in the book. They are still in the book. And so I'm going to find other images that go along with that to add into the book. And that's going to be an altered book. My coffee dyeing didn't take that long, Amber. What I did was we have only a 5-cup coffee pot. Well, as we all know, 5-cup coffee pots hold only 5 cups. If you use the little English, hope I don't offend anybody, not trying, little English coffee cups that hold like 4 ounces of coffee. I have a like 20-ounce coffee cup. So whenever I brew coffee, I'm going to move the book out of the way. And I pour up my coffee cup. I have about this much coffee left. I added that to a jar. I then added 3 more scoops because we used 3 scoops to a pot of coffee. I added 3 scoops on top of what was already in my filter. Put 5 more cups in, rebrewed. Poured that in with what I already had in the jar. Then I added 2 more scoops. Still did not clean out the filter because 2 more scoops of coffee would fit. Rebrewed it again with more water. Put that in my little jar. Shook it all up. Poured it in my pan. I dipped my paper. I mean, I put like 4 sheets of paper in. Pulled them onto cookie sheets. And I only baked them for 15 minutes at I think I did 225, 15 minutes. They were dry, pulled them out. And while they were cooking, I had other paper in I just put the rest of my paper in the coffee. Those though went in, came right out. They were still dark. I'm happy. I mean, this is one of my coffee dyed sheets of paper that had a water spot I put wet on it a while ago. But they came out, I think, just fine. They're nice and dark. The edges I like how the edges came out dark and I don't have to darken my edges. So I'm really happy with how they came out. This is one of my coffee dyed coffee filters that I sprayed some inks on and it got water or something. But that's one of my coffee dyed coffee filters. So it didn't take mine. It just took, every 20 minutes I'm in here having to unload the oven, my 4 cookie sheets and reload. But after the next time I do it, I'll just do it, take a day, coffee dye papers, do other things, and then just iron them and put them in a Ziploc baggie. Gallon-sized Ziplocs are great for storing paper. At least that's what I'm using. Hi, Shelly. Thank you, Amber. So I didn't leave it long. I saw a video where this lady was like, you have to leave it in your coffee dye for 20 or 30 minutes, and then you have to take it out, put it on the cookie sheets, and hers was I'm like, I ain't doing all that. I want to dunk it and be done. Dunk it, cook it, done. I did find that on the dark cookie sheets, if you don't cover them with foil, you end up with what we decided in my last video is coffee pox, which I do have some pages in my journal that have coffee pox. This is one. These, I don't know if y'all can see that. These little black dots are a result of cooking this paper on a cookie sheet before I figured out to add tinfoil. And the black dots, there's nothing you can do about them. They just come there. And we called them coffee pox. It's not contagious to other paper, but your papers will get that. So I used wax paper. It bled through the wax paper. So my 2 big cookie sheets, I put tinfoil on and I don't get coffee pox anymore. But if you want coffee pox, just lay it on the regular old dark colored cookie sheets and you'll have it. It's something to do with the acid, I think, in the coffee. Right, Katrine, instant would be great. I don't have instant, so that's why I was brewing mine, and I was just adding extra coffee to the pot, to the filter, and just brewing again, which worked great. My coffee came out nice and dark, and then I had heard where you need to add a little bit of vinegar. I don't know why. So I added a little vinegar to mine. Not much, maybe a tablespoon of vinegar to what I had in my roasting pan. And mine was pretty much, other than the first set was dunked and done. The rest of it, I let just soak in the coffee, pulled them up. I had no problems with paper tearing, falling apart, anything. And I used some really thin, those sales receipts are thin. It's a 3-layered sales receipt that I broke down, so they're thin. I didn't have any trouble with anything. So, it all worked. The main thing was my cookie sheets, the big ones held, I was doing 9 by 12 sheets. I won't be doing those again. I'll use the 8.5 by 11s because I'm going to be using the printer paper. So it'll be 8.5 by 11. So I can get 3 of those to a cookie sheet on my bigger cookie sheets, and I can get 2 to a pizza pan. So I could do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 each time I do the oven. So that's pretty good. So, well, I've been on here for 2 hours, y'all. I think I'm going to hop off. I won't, the next live will be me on the road on Wednesday when we hit Chattanooga at the Overlook. As long as it's not, even if it's raining, I can sit in the car and film it. Okay, I'm back, but my camera is wrong. Let me switch it back around. There we go. YouTube just quit in the middle of the stream, y'all. I'm like, oh no, where'd my video go? It quit. So we're back. Now it's buffering. Is it still buffering, Katrine? Okay. Yeah, you got to dance on the ceiling. You want to do it again, Amber? I'll flip us back around. No. Okay, and are we buffering? I don't know if that's a note of the dancing on the ceiling part or the note of the buffering. Do what, Nick? Okay, Nick says we're not buffering. That's a good thing. At least he's not. Okay, so I'll be live from on the road. No to the buffering. Okay, well, hang on. I'll let you dance on the ceiling again. Well, that just zoomed. That's not supposed to zoom it. There we go, dancing on the ceiling. And now we'll go back. There we go. We're back. So Amber got to dance on the ceiling again. So I'll be live on Wednesday at some point on the road when we hit Chattanooga. I'm probably Thursday on our way through. Do we go through West Virginia, Nick?
No.
No, just Virginia. On our way through the Smokies, through the rest of Virginia from where we're going to be, if I see anything cool. Because we're not in any rush since we're doing it in 2 days.
Actually, we get into West Virginia for a few miles, like maybe 10 miles, and then turn on 70 and go into home.
Okay, so we'll be in West Virginia for about, he says 10 or 15 miles. But anyway, I'm going to do some filming from the road on Thursday. We'll get to Nicholas's house sometime Thursday afternoon. And then I don't know. I think Sunday when we drive up to Nick's sister's, the road, if I remember from last time we were up there, going up that way, it's a really pretty drive. So I may film some of that. So I'll be filming from the road. You'll see lives every now and then. Just little stuff. We can chit chat and stuff on the road. And then we come back Friday, a week from this Friday, maybe a week from Saturday, depending on my back after that ride. We'll get back to working in the journal. Now, do you want me to work on it on my own at all, or do you want me just to come back and do it then? You can't wait, Amber. I can't either. I love to drive. I got a lot to do though before we can leave Wednesday. I got laundry, packing. At least I got the check mix made. For our snack food. So how do y'all want to do the journal? Do you want me to work on it on my own at all? Or what are we doing here? I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I can work on some of it, go back through the other 3 signatures and do just what we did today. Embellish the envelopes and the little pages with pictures and stuff. I'm just trying to gather everything back up to put back in my Ziploc baggies. And I need to find more of those to cut up because I don't have any more of those. I don't even know what that came off of. There should have been more of that kind of thing. Circle papers. Our little postcards. Our ladies. Okay. Yes, snacks are the most important because we don't want to, I mean, we're trying to do this as healthily as possible and not eat a lot of fast food. We're only going to have one meal on the road going up, one meal on the road coming back. Well, fast food meal. And we're going to try to find a restaurant both times when we stop at the hotel to eat at a restaurant. So that's what our plan is. Anyway, find a restaurant that does, it's not fast food restaurant, you know, because we do have to eat a supper meal out. So I will do the other two signatures, just what we did today, putting the pictures on the envelopes, the shorter pages and that kind of thing. And then when we come back, we get to add the laces and the little trim pieces and some stamped butterflies and stamped birds and all of that kind of thing to our pages. And I think that will work out very nicely. And I was going to fussy cut more stuff, and I'm looking at what all I have here, and I'm thinking I really don't need a lot more stuff to fussy cut. I think I got a lot already. It's just getting it all back in the baggies that I had it in. So this is what I have. I have these little snack bags. And this is what I'm putting this in. And then I put it in my little box for my journal. With my journal. That's where all my papers are that need to be fussy cut. And I was thinking I could take some of those to work on at the hotel. Just because I like to fussy cut. And that's something I can do while we're watching TV. Because we're going to get there. We can't check in before 3. So from 3 until midnight, I guess. So here are my offcuts and some other little things I'm using. This actually should be in here with the other ones of those. I have some of those tags. Oh, I have more little ladies cut out. These need to be in a little thing, so I can find them. Guess I should go through my bag. And there's a baggie of paper somewhere that's got to be fussy cut. So, but this is my journal bag. And that's how I'm storing it all, in a gallon-sized Ziploc baggie. So I will see you all from the road on Wednesday. Hope y'all have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you on some other streams. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.